In this video, I'm going to walk you through some life events of mine over the last 4 years, where I've been, and what it all means for the future of this YouTube channel. This is a picture of the second house I ever bought. And this is a picture of the first house I bought, which I moved back into because I ended up renting my second house out to my parents after they moved across the country and were still looking for the right part of town to build their new house and to eventually retire. This, what you're looking at right now, is me in my second house. My first house is sold, and my parents are happily in their brand new home that they had built not too long ago. So, how did we get here? Well, let's go back to the beginning. In 2022, my parents moved into my place, and I moved back into my first house, which was actually supposed to be an investment property. The problem is that I lost a ton of money making repairs, so I never really saw a profit from the rental income. At the time, keeping the property at a decent condition without losing money just cost too much of my time. I was trying to build a marketing agency and juggling both business models just took too much of my time. So I just sold it and moved into an apartment by the end of the year. The place I picked was pretty close to where I thought I was going to do most of my business networking. And so I kind of hit the ground running when I was all settled up. I ended up meeting some really cool people and eventually found myself joining a church that was around the corner called Zion City. And I'm still a member to this day. One thing led to another while I was at the church, and I ended up becoming one of the production team members and a pretty active one at that. Now, this is definitely a tangent, but at the time, between business networking and my church community, I felt like I had a real sense of belonging in my adult life. And it was awesome. Now, at some point, I actually ended up auditing myself, and I found out that I was losing a ton of money because of my split focus. Like spending time doing production and trying to do the marketing business, living in this apartment that was really nice and conveniently placed, but kind of expensive. It just wasn't the best for my pockets. So also having my family here, like that was another distraction, a welcome distraction. Like loved having family around, but the fact is that we ended up going on trips and we were celebrating birthdays, we were going to the movies, and all of that kind of added up. Like while I can now proudly say that I've been to over 50 countries, the trade-off is that I needed to work overtime. Or now I need to work overtime in order to get back to where I was before I moved into that apartment complex. Like I lost so much money between 2024 and 2025 that I could no longer afford where I was staying and I had to move out of my apartment and figure something else out. So I ended up going to Atlanta for about 7 months and stayed with my dad most of the time that I was there. That basically brings me to where we are now. After looking back on the last 4 years, I can say pretty confidently that not having any sense of focus was a real detriment for me. I learned that while community can be a good thing, it needs to be balanced with who I am as a person. And I'm a maker. I'm a creator. I'm not a manager or a salesman or anything else. So as a maker, I need to spend copious amounts of time alone in deep focus in order to create the kind of value that the world needs and will also keep me from being homeless. Don't get me wrong. I love having friends and being able to hang out with them or talk to people on the phone and go out to do whatever kinds of activities, but that just takes time that I really should be using for building for myself now as well as my future family. All of that being said, now that I'm home, what I'm doing now is focusing, creating. And if you're wondering what I'm focusing on, well, you're looking at it right now. This YouTube channel, this YouTube video, and a few other things that you'll only know about if you subscribe. So leave a comment, like this video, click that sub button, and I'll see you in the next video.